Hello, so it is still technically the morning of January 1st and I've decided for 2022 I'm going to be doing weekly reading vlogs. Technically the reading vlogs will start on a Monday and end on a Sunday. However, as there's only like 2 extra days at the start of January for Saturday, Sunday, I thought I'd do the first vlog for an extra 2 days. So for the first vlog, we'll be starting on the 1st and end on the 9th. And then from then on, it'll be Monday to Sunday. But yeah, this should be a lot of fun. So I am essentially going to get ready for the day. And then at some point today, I will come back and check in on what the plans for reading this week are. Okay, I'm back. So this is my official TBR pile for the month. So what I'm thinking of doing this week is picking this one up. This is Convenience Store Woman. And I want to prioritise this, but I also have the audiobook for this. I had an extra credit on Kobo and I cancelled my membership, so purchased the audiobook to this with that. And then what I've done is I've gone through my bookshelf and just got all of the little tiny books off. And my basic thought is I'm going to get ahead of my reading goal so I don't feel any stress towards it. I have set my reading goal at 110 books because last year I read 109. And I just want to get ahead. It's now the 1st of January and I can already see that I need to read at least 2 books a week. So I'm like, well, if I read some of these this week, read more than I need to, then I won't feel any stress or pressure for the rest of the year, hopefully. So yeah, I've basically picked these up. Whichever I pick to read, I will talk about. I'm not going to go through them all now because I'm obviously not going to read all of these this week. This is just my little books. And then also I'm partway through reading the Morganville Vampire series. This is just sort of a series I've got on in the background. I only started my reread last month, but I've caught up to what I'd read previously. I now own all the books, so I'm going to continue reading this. This is book 7, so I'll potentially will pick this up at some point this week, but there's no pressure to. I'm thinking of maybe taking this little war poem anthology and The Lady in the Van. Go with these two maybe? I don't know. This is literally just an anthology that's been put together and it's the Gerald Poets series. This is a really old edition, but I think it does still get printed, newly printed, because it was on Goodreads, so it must be somewhat reprinted. And yeah, it's just a load of war poems that people have written. And then I'll also take this out. This is The Lady in the Van. I picked this up from a charity shop because it sounded interesting. 1974, the homeless Miss Shepherd moved her broken down van into Alan Bennett's garden. Deeply eccentric and stubborn to her bones, Miss Shepherd was not an easy tenant. And Bennett, despite inviting her in the first place, was a reluctant landlord. And yet, she lived there for 15 years. So yeah, I think I'll maybe take these two out with me today, see if I get any read. Probably won't, to be perfectly honest, but it's always good to have at least one book on you. So these are kind of the books that are starting me off then, I guess. Oh, they look quite pretty together. So yeah, I'll catch up whenever. Okay, so it's 10 o'clock. I'm in bed. I am absolutely knackered. Got a little candle on, got the fairy lights on. We've got some very exciting things planned for tomorrow, so I'm just gonna have a nice early night. But yeah, this is the only books that I've been reading today, but I am quite a way into it. If you can hear the cats meowing, it's because it's their tea time, so they're meowing at Jay to get their food hurried up. Yeah, I'm 20 pages in. I'm going to have a little bit more of a read before bed, basically. This is literally, I think I've already said, but if not, this is literally just an anthology of war poems. So it's poems that have been written around the time of World War One and World War Two, and they're collated together. According to things online, there's a few well-known poets in here, but I'm really not massively knowledgeable on poetry. I literally read like a handful of poem books a year, but I'm really enjoying it and it's really good so far. Honestly, it's nothing special, but I mean, I'm intrigued and I'm interested, and as I'm reading each one, like, I'm very easily sucked into them. Not making me feel a lot. I expected them to be a lot more like emotional, I guess, like they're written during and surrounding the wars. But yeah, still really enjoying it and glad I've picked it up. I will check in the morning with all of the exciting stuff that's going on. So yeah. So I've ended up picking up Skellig, which I remember like really enjoying when I was younger. Like, I think it's middle-aged kind of age, but I didn't read it till I was like 14, 15. I remember enjoying it, but oh my gosh, this is so problematic. First of all, these parents are shocking. Start of it, like, it starts out with they're basically just ignoring him because there's a new baby on the scene. Like, he's not getting any attention. And I was like, oh, like, it's shitty, but it's no different to most like books like this. And now his dad's getting him to touch dead birds, and like, we're not into the story yet, so I don't remember this. Like, I don't think it's big plot points, but like, what on earth is going on? And like, yeah, there's just a lot of problems with it, to be honest. And I'm not even into the story yet. It's just the introduction, and these two parent characters seem really shockingly bad. And this kid has seen someone in his garage. I'm literally on page 14, so like, nothing's being spoiled here. And he's worried about him showing up in his bedroom. He's dreaming stuff. He wants to talk to someone about it, but no one's there. No one's there to talk to. No one's bothering him. He's being called stupid. Like, all this stuff. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, imagine if this wasn't like some like kid story where, I mean, I don't know what it says on the back. Yeah, okay, it doesn't say on the back what this person is, but imagine, like, I don't know, I'm talking out my arse. I mean, I understand what I'm saying in my head, but it's just not coming out right. It's almost 11. I should probably just put this book down. Hello. So I've just filmed my December wrap up, so I thought whilst I got the camera set up like this, I'd do a little bit of an update. I kind of teased in like the last bit that I recorded last night something exciting was happening today. It wasn't much of a tease, as this has been seconds for you. But this shelf is chock-a-block. I mean, the bottom looks empty right now, but that's just because I've taken all of my books off to record the last video. But it's chock-a-block. The top shelf up here is like double stacked. There's like books behind these. Oh, I should not have done that. There we go. But yeah, so I'm getting a new bookshelf, a bigger bookshelf, and we're literally going to head to IKEA any second now, basically. This bookshelf has been great. It's just run out of space, and I've double stacked the top one now, and the shelf is really bowing with it being double stacked. So we're just going to head to IKEA. I think I'm going to get the Hemnes bookcase. I was just going to get a Billy bookcase, like the standard one, but the Hemnes is wider, and this wall, so this wall here is not wide enough to fit two Billy bookcases, and it's also too wide to fit one Billy bookcase and one like slim Billy bookcase. So it'd just be like a weird like 20cm sliver basically left. But the Hemnes bookcase is wider, so I can only fit one there, but it'll take up more space, so I'll overall have more room. Because honestly, like, I was thinking of custom building bookshelves here, but the price of wood has gone up ridiculously, so I'm not doing that, and it was going to take many months to figure out and do. So I'm just going to buy one, but I'm going to sort that all out later. Like, there's stuff everywhere. But yeah, so that is the exciting news today. We're going to go and find a bookcase. So I don't think I've checked into the vlog in quite some time, so hello, new little background setup thing. I've probably inserted some of the footage into this that I have been recording for the book organisation video that will be coming in a couple of weeks. But yeah, essentially, I don't know if I even said this morning, got a new bookcase, put it together, put the chair back, getting it all together. And yeah, in terms of reading today, I've started Convenience Store Woman because I have the audiobook, so whilst I was putting the bookcase together I've listened to that. I think I'm only about like 20% in or something, but so far I'm really enjoying it. It's really good. I don't really know where the story's going or like what's going to happen exactly, but it's really good and it really makes you question a lot and makes you think about it a lot. But we also haven't been really introduced to any of the characters that are on the back of the book in the blurb, except for the main character. So on the back it mentions like friends who are putting pressure on her, but we've met a couple of friends, but like we haven't experienced that, so I'm not sure. And it also said a lot about her parents, and we've had flashbacks where the parents are involved, but nothing recent. So yeah, I feel like there's still a lot of the story to explore and find out about, so I'm really enjoying it and I will continue reading it. And yeah, just check in as and when. Hello boys, what you doing? What are you both doing? Hello, so I haven't checked in today. I'm actually currently doing the final setup of all of the books for my 2021 statistics video. But I thought I'd check in because I've just finished the audiobook for Convenience Store Woman and it was really good. I enjoyed it. I've given it 3.5 stars. It didn't blow me away, it wasn't amazing, but it was still really enjoyable. A lot of the supporting characters, like the friends and family, I didn't find them and their reactions to the main character and stuff going on with the main character very real, I guess is the best way to say it. Like, it didn't feel like something that would actually happen like that. But except for that, I can't fault the book at all. It was really compelling. I wanted to read more. I wanted to know what was going to happen, and I wanted to learn more about this, like the main character's mind and how her mind was working. So yeah, I found it really good and really enjoyable, and I'm glad I read it. Okay, I can't remember when I last checked in, to be honest. It is now Tuesday evening. I'm pretty sure I checked in after I finished Convenience Store Woman yesterday. I don't think I checked in after finishing Skellig yesterday. So just quickly, I gave it 4 stars. It was really enjoyable. I had a few problems with the parent and child relationship in this. Were definitely portrayed as if they were normal and okay and healthy, and it didn't quite read like that for me. It definitely read, at least at the very start when there were issues, it read like the main character, Michael, was being very much ignored and pushed away, essentially. And I don't think that should be normalised, especially when this is aimed at kids. But except for that, it was really good, and I gave it 4 stars. I enjoyed what I read. Now, it is 6 o'clock. Jay's going to finish work any minute now, and we're going to do some reading tonight. Like separate books. We haven't got a book that we're both reading at the moment. But yeah, so these are my other little tiny books that I've still got to read. So I think now I'm just going to pick one. I just don't know how to pick one. I've got Flower Fairies of the Autumn, which I think might be fun to pick up. I know it's not autumn. I always planned on reading this in autumn, and then I think I read the first little bit in like October or something and just couldn't get into it. But like, I'm kind of in the mood to read it. It's just a very cute little book, and it basically just tells you about all of these different fairies. So yeah, what am I reading tonight? One of these, we'll figure it out. Renaissance isn't a word that you hear a lot, is it?
No, it isn't.
The last book I rated, I used the word Renaissance in like my rating of it.
Okay.
And it's just shown up on like page 10 of this book.
That is.
I don't know, it just seems really weird to me.
Yeah.
Broccoli haters have inherited a single DNA change in the three-phase million letter message that makes them reject bitter food. They are also less likely to smoke or drink.
Broccoli haters are less likely to smoke and drink. That's interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm home. I recorded hardly anything. I've put in whatever I did record, but essentially the more charity shops I went into, the more I realised what a failure it was going to be. Essentially I was after like loads of like little like wicker or like just wooden or something like that baskets for the new bookcase. Turns out if charity shops get those donated, they don't sell them, they use them, because they can be used to hold the smaller things that they don't have places for. So I found none in charity shops. So yeah, I did pick up 3 books, which I shouldn't have done, because my whole thing for 2022 is I have to read 3 books to buy 1. So I should have only purchased 1 because I've read 4 books this year. But I got all 3. There is reasoning. This is a really pretty copy of Anne of Green Gables, and I just thought that looked really nice. It's a bit gross at the top, I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to disinfect them all. It is a bit gross, so I'm really hoping it comes up okay, and if not, I don't know. I'll probably disinfect it, see if it needs putting in the freezer, and if that's still not working, then I'll have to look into a better way to remove all the grossness. But it's only on this top side, it's not on the back or the bottom, so I'm hoping it's just because it's like being exposed to elements this side, I don't know. And then I got The Tempest by William Shakespeare. I did the play in school. Really dreadful. We had a really bad English teacher at the time. I've never seen it in like a full book, so I just picked it up. I thought it'd be fun to read at some point. Yeah, I'm realising the older I get, the more boring I sound, because I've just said it could be fun to read The Tempest, but I mean, I think it could be. So yeah, that's that one, and that's why I got it. And then I also spotted Heroes of Olympus, The Blood of Olympus, which is the 5th book in the 2nd Rick Riordan, Percy Jackson, Olympus type series. Yeah, so I've got, of the Heroes of Olympus series, I've already got books 1, 2 and 3. And this is book 5, so I now only need to keep my eyes open for book 4. And I'm still doing a reread of the first series, so it's going to be minimum 4 months till I get round to them. So I'm not too worried, not too stressed, but yeah. it's now Saturday and I thought I should probably do some sort of update on my reading, because I'm pretty sure I've only filmed like b-roll and haven't actually spoken to the camera in a few days. So I can remember that I spoke about Skellig, so I'll grab the others. So I think I said I was going to go and spend the evening downstairs with Jay one of the nights. We were both reading. Well, before that even happened, I managed to read the entirety of this. It was really cute and really just like easy to read and get through. It's only about 50 pages, I think, and all of it's wrote in verse and half of it's images, so like it's only on one half of the page, the other half is like an image depiction of what's going on. So yeah, read that, really enjoyed it, and I thought it was really good. Like, I didn't rate it too highly, I can't remember how many stars I gave it, but like because it was so short, like it didn't do anything to impact me greatly, but I really enjoyed it. I read Evolution. I did tab this one a little bit, you can't tell because it's a hardback. This is why I prefer paperbacks. Paperbacks are just better in my opinion. I did do some tabbing through it. It was definitely educational and informative, and even though I've read it before, there's a couple of things that I wasn't aware of, like there's something to do with like broccoli and stuff, but I just felt, to say how much easy detail it went into for the majority of it, for the actual first 2 pages and introduction, it got some things not technically wrong, but this is wrote by a professor of genetics at the University College London. So the professor of genetics knows that just because that's what you're told in GCSE science doesn't mean that's what's true, and this is aimed at adults. Like it says at the front, it's for adults. So yeah, I guess I would have liked the introduction to have maybe been doubled to get the true, like, real ethical information rather than just what's easy to tell. That's what I really loved about this week, is because I've just gone for little books, I've really been able to be like, right, I've got an hour or two now to sit down and read, and I've just been able to sit down and read an entire book, and it's been really lovely to do. Then I read Dinosaur Therapy. This is such a cute little graphic novel. It's basically depicted by dinosaurs and it's all about like growing up, so they're just such cute illustrations. I don't know what I've opened it to, like I can't read backwards and it shows backwards in the camera, but yeah, it's all just really cute. Adult life sucks and here's some dinosaurs depicted it essentially. So yeah, it's really nice. And then a book that I finished, I think I finished it yesterday, is The Lady in the Van. It was okay, it was good. It's difficult to rate because this is excerpts of a diary essentially. Like this man, Alan Bennett, who I'm pretty sure from everything I saw online when I was rating it is like really famous, but I don't know what he does. But yeah, he had an eccentric lady come to his house and live in a van, and like it was very real, but there were massive gaps in time, and I just feel like it was interesting, and when I was reading it I was gripped, but I don't think I'll ever pick it up again. Like it wasn't super, I don't know, it just didn't grip me that well, I guess. And yeah, that's what I've read in total this week. So there are 6 books total because I have already spoken about Convenience Store Woman and Skellig. Let's go to town and let's see if I can finish this book that I'm really not enjoying. Okay, so I took my book, but Jay forgot to take his, so we didn't end up going to a coffee shop and reading. Yeah, so essentially I'm going to leave the vlog here. It is now 3:30 on Sunday afternoon, so I'm going to finish it here so I can spend the rest of this afternoon editing it. And yeah, this is probably going to end up with 1 star, to be quite honest. I might finish it today, I might just put it off for a bit, I really don't know. But yeah, the only other books that I've started this week and haven't finished is the War Poems anthology, and I'm just going to read those as and when. It's really easy just to read like a couple of poems here and there. So at some point this month I'll finish it and I'll give a overall rating when I do. And yeah, you can come back next week for the 2nd weekly vlog and hopefully see a bit more of a put together Heather. I am planning on bleaching my roots this evening and doing that whilst I'm editing, which means hopefully at some point next week I'll actually dye my hair and it won't just be this mess of whatever it's faded to with various dyes on it. So yeah, I do hope that you've enjoyed the video. This is my first attempt at like a weekly reading vlog, so I hope it's been good, I hope it's been fun, and yeah, Give the video a like if you liked it, subscribe down below if you'd like to see more content like this, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye!